Good evening from Cambridge in Home Sound, Florida, where the residents are all good looking and the fish are all oversized. This is the sell your own product on Amazon for income and lifestyle. And there's a funny word for one. Thank you. And good evening. My name is Terry. And hold on just a minute. We're going to get over there. We're going to go over here to the bow. There we go. We're going to get over here. And good evening one more time. It's great to see you. This is a special broadcast of Sell Your Own Product on Amazon for income and lifestyle. Tonight we're going to talk about some sacred cows. We're going to talk about Amazon being multiple streams of income. And people will come up in a conversation, they'll say, well, you know, private label's not everything and all that. And I say, well, I know, I do other stuff. And they say, what? You do things other than private label? Yeah. And I don't mean to bust your bubble or anything like that. I just tell it like it is. Why? Because I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. I don't want to have one stream of income. I want to have a bunch of incomes. I'm 73 years old. I don't want to start over again. I want to enjoy life, and because of that, I'm hedging my bets, and I'm have multiple streams of income. But anyway, before we get into that, we're going to do a couple different things tonight. We got some, if you want to stick around, we're going to do a short PowerPoint. I got a short PowerPoint tonight. And then after that, if there's enough people watching, I'm going to open this up, invite you in to come in with me into the broadcast, and we're going to kick some ideas around. And you're welcome to ask me questions, anything you want, as long as it's, you know, about Amazon or anything like that. Now, if I can answer it, I will. And if I can't, I'll tell you, I'll get back to you, or whatever has to be done. But that's going to be our program for tonight. So before we get into it, I'd just like to tell you a little bit about the course. Right here, get over here, and the course is a forever course. What can I tell you? Once you're a member for life. Why? Because Amazon changes the rules. I'm not going to say monthly, but they do 2 or 3 times. We've had some pretty good changes this year. That one about the and I know I've talked a lot about it, is the fees, selling fees and stuff like that. It's that's a big one, and it makes a big difference, especially to private label sellers like myself, because like I told you, I have for years source my products, and when I source my products, I'd send them to Amazon, right to Amazon, and I'd always send at least a year's supply. Well, Amazon is not going to allow that anymore, and why we need, like usual, as you all know, I do get losing my train of thought. I don't know. Well, anyway, my wife says it's just the age, and that's what's got to do. Anyway, come back to tell you about the course, and then we'll get into the other stuff, because we're going to talk about that tonight. So sell your own product on Amazon for income lifestyle. That's the name of the course. It is actually 56, 57 videos now, and we're making some new ones all the time. We're constantly making new ones. So it's a one-time fee, $349. It's a lifetime fee for as long as the course is up there. And you're welcome to email me, or you get my cell phone number the day you enroll in the course. You get my personal cell phone number, and you get my personal email address. And that's what it's all about. You can do that, and I'm there to help you. One time you can text me. We can do a private Google Hangout. We can go over to Amazon, and we can search for products. We can do a product review if you found something you like, and all that. We'll go over and if you want to know what I think about them, or what we can do better, how we can make the product better, well, that's what we're here for, and that's what we're here to help you. So right now is probably the ideal time to get in the course, because it's summertime, and you know, the living is easy, and that's what it's all about. We want to keep that family time. We want to keep it, because if you wait until September to get in the course and then do it, you're going to be behind the 8 ball when you really start, because your product needs to be in there by the middle of November. Don't forget, they've got a 2-week holiday, and it takes about 2 months to get a product from China overwhere. If you do the United States, you save quite a little bit of time, about 6 weeks of that time. But and that's good. That's one of the things we're going to talk about tonight. So with that being said, that is a course. We'd love to have you come and join us. We are I guess we're fairly close to our limit for the month, because I can only do a decent job with so many people. So I don't allow that many people in the course every month, and so kind of spread them out. But now is the ideal time to really get in, because now you can work on it, take your leisure and work on it, and get your product in there for Q4, because Q4 is coming right around the corner. And I know everybody always says like that, what are you talking about, Q4? Well, it is. By the time you get everything done and get everything tied down and marked and everything, get your product in there to Amazon, Q4 is mighty close. What can I tell you? So without that being said, we're going to go over here to, well, here's the beach. Over here, and I guess really I don't have too much else to say to get into the PowerPoint, so maybe we should just get into the PowerPoint. Like I say, if you I know we're going to try to do things a little bit different tonight, but here is the PowerPoint. All right, hold on. And what we're going to talk about tonight is multiple streams of income. Now, a lot of times when we talk about multiple streams of income, they'll talk about, well, having some of your money tied up in the stock market, have something tied up in gold or something, and silver, and some of your money tied up in that. Well, we're talking about Amazon being multiple streams of income, because it is. You know, we talk about private label a lot, because that's the name of our course in that, and rightly so, because private label is a great should be part of your portfolio, part of your business. You want to do it like that. But there's other things in Amazon. Amazon has a lot of streams of income. What can I say? So hold on here a minute. There we go. I want to talk about multiple streams. Well, there is, if you look back there, there's thrifting. A couple guys that I know, they've got a show on the internet here called Thrifting, and Chris Green gets into a lot of that stuff. Flea markets we've got retail arbitrage. I used to do a lot of retail arbitrage. It's a lot of work, but there's a lot of good money in it. So what can I say? It's not a way to build a business, but for money, and if you want to do money fast, if you're laid off or something like that, man, you can make some money, good money, by doing retail arbitrage. You know, what do we talk about? Oh, drop shipping. Man, drop shipping is another way you can make a ton of money with drop shipping. You know, you can list probably, in a day's time, you could probably list better than 100 products. And the drop shipping is doing nothing more than finding a drop shipper who will work with you, and you're signed up for, and that's important. You have to be a client of those. You just can't go shoot the internet and do things and then send it in. That's against the Amazon thing. But you find a wholesaler who will drop ship yours, and what you do is you list the product on Amazon. When the product sells, Amazon sends you a listing, I mean a notice, and it says it's sold, ship now, and to tell you what the product is. So you go over, take that thing, which has got all the customer's name and address and phone number and all that. You take all that and go on over to whoever your drop shipper is, send them an email and saying to this customer, list all the things and the phone number. Listen, send him one blue widget or whatever you sold, and he will send you that, and he will send you a email back as soon as it's shipped with the tracking number. You take that tracking number, take it over to Amazon, and then there it says confirm shipment. You click on that, put the tracking number there and the shipper, and click that, and Amazon pays you. It doesn't get any simpler than that. You never have to touch the product, don't have to see the product. You've got to be cognizant of what your wholesaler. I wouldn't go buy from a retailer or any place like that for simple reason because they're going to raise their prices. But you've got a lot of times your wholesalers and all that put out catalogs, and they only put those catalogs out once a year, so you're pretty safe on something like that. And every once in a while, you're going to have to bite the bullet, and you're going to have to pay a little. And I did that just the other day or something like that. I sold two well, pretty good size objects, let's put it like that. And I sold it, and I went and I paid $2 more. And this was a $400 sale. I actually paid $2 more than what I got out of it because I hadn't things. So that's just one of the things that you got to be cognizant of, and that happens when you're going to do drop shipping. That's just part of it. There's nothing wrong with that because the next order I will probably make that back. So it's okay. You know, I'm not perfect. Drop shipping's not perfect. None of this stuff is, but it's something that you can do to get income. Especially you can list those products on Amazon in a day, and you're off to selling. And you'll probably, if you list 100 items, you will probably sell. And if you list them to match the buy box, and never try to win the buy box, match the buy box. If you can, keep your thing about 5% above the lowest bidder, and then you will share the buy box. That's not guaranteed. That's Terry's theory and a lot of other people that I know's theory. So you want to try and keep it about 5% of the buy box, and you know, you'll do fine. You'll do fine. They even got some of the new programs, the and I hate these things, the automatic repricers. They're really a pain in the you know what. But they've also, some of the new ones will allow you to do the 4 or 5% above the lowest price, and then bump it up if somebody comes in. But anyway, that's beside. I'm not going to talk about repricers tonight, but that's part of the thing. So do it. Wholesale. You know, we're going to talk about that in a minute. Wholesale is great. Great. What can I tell you? It's almost as good as private label. And I know a couple of good friends of mine and teachers that I know that would probably argue that, but according to me, private label is the best. You know, wholesale's right up there. Wholesale's good, but the problem with wholesale, I think, is you're competing against other people all the time, and then you have to use those fiscue labels and all that kind of stuff. And I'm against all that extra stuff. I hate bagging and putting labels on. That's ridiculous. That's why with the private label, all you do is you put your UPC code on your product on the label, so Amazon can scan it when it comes in, and that's all you have to do. You don't have to bag, you don't have to put fiscue labels and all that on. So that being said, that's where we get into that thing about there's multiple streams. All that can be done from Amazon. All that, and I'm sure I missed quite a few here that could, probably because I don't do it, that I can get somebody else to come on here and they'll probably add 2 or 3 onto that, because there is multiple streams of income from Amazon. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to look at you and I'm going to tell you right now, you don't have to do just private label. I do, and I would not expect you to. That's actually the wrong word. I'm not trying to control anybody here, but I'm going to tell you right now, make private label your first priority, and then get into a couple of those other ones, and you'd be surprised. It's going to make life so much easier. So let's just go on here. Multiple streams. Why do you want multiple streams? You want multiple streams of income to protect yourself. Protect yourself. What happens, and we're going to get into some of this later on, what happens if the one stream dies up? Let's say you're doing retail arbitrage, and let's say you're doing $10,000 a month in retail arbitrage. Not hard to do. It takes some time, but you're going to have to go out every day, search products, bring them back in the afternoon, you bag them and label them and send them to Amazon and box them. And you can either take them to the UPS store yourself, or you can have UPS drivers stop at your place every night and pick up the boxes. It's real simple. It's just a lot of work. And as we said, I don't know how many times at my age, I don't want to be lifting those boxes and sending them in. I've done it. I've paid, but retail arbitrage, you can go out, and you can go out today and you can buy those products, send them in, and a lot of times you're going to have a lot of your money plus the profit back within the 2-week period that that Amazon pays you, their pay period. So when I say that's what you got to watch, you want to protect your income. Don't get it all in one basket. Don't get it all. And we're going to go into some causes why, but why you want to. So let's go on. Why? To protect your income. Protect your income. Keep it flowing. Keep it going, and keep it. And then when you get nice stuff, when you get nice little checks, like oh gosh, was not too long ago I got $1,000 affiliate check. And that was just right out of the thing. But it's one of those things, and I don't get that all the time. But I got it. And did I appreciate it? Yeah. Did we have fun spending the money? Yeah. We do. And we're still going to spend some money. Anyway, it doesn't make any difference. So why is that? So what happens if all of a sudden you're doing private label? That's all you're doing. And then all of a sudden your private label quits. It stops. How can that happen? Well, let me show you. What if a couple years ago we had a longshoreman strike? You probably remember it was in the newspaper and everything like that. But unless you were an Amazon seller or somebody that's expecting stuff from China, you probably didn't remember too much. But they had ship after ship were stacked up. The boats were sitting in the dock, and nobody was unloading them and stuff. And customer after customer, was saying, "Where's my stuff? Where's my stuff?" When they taken orders, and it was all in dry dock, and nobody was getting it because the longshoremen were on strike. And so what if it was a nasty one? Say, I think the last one was only a couple months, but what if it got into a 6-month or something like that? So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just laying out possibilities. We're talking about with the elections coming up, they're going back and forth, and you've heard Donald Trump talk about China goods embargo. And I'm going to say something right here. I like Donald Trump, and I like what he's got to say. Is China goods embargo? Is that going to be good or bad? I don't know. We'll have to see. But when we'll work with it, whichever way it goes. But my gosh, Donald Trump. I'm going to tell you right now. It's you make up your own mind. But and like you said, Crooked Hillary. She and her husband have done so much stuff. They've got this. I'm not going to get into it. I don't want to get into politics. What did I say? So, but the China's good as cargo. It's a possibility. Am I saying it's going to happen? No, I'm not saying that in the least bit, and don't mean to imply that. Natural disaster at the manufacturing plant. Now, here's one thing you need to keep in your mind, because when you're dealing with a merchant over in China, they're not like they are in the United States. Most of the merchants over in China probably only have one factory. They're not like here. A lot of companies have 3, 4 or more factories in the United States, or sometimes they got in the United States, sometimes overseas. But the thing about it is, in China, you're going to find they're one factory. If they have a major fire, you're out of business. They're out of business, and there's not much you can do about it. Unless you buy yourself some insurance, but there's not much you can do about it. And so what can I say? What can I say? Not saying that's going to happen, but there's a chance it can. Just like there's a chance of anything. Doo-doo happens, guys. What can I tell you? So that's one reason you want to protect yourself, by having multiple streams of income. You have multiple streams of income. If that one stream gets cut off, you can go work another stream harder, or you still got money coming in, so you're not destitute or anything like that. You're still going around till you get something built up, or just work on it. So what if private label was your only source of income? I don't recommend that. I've never recommended that, but it's a great place to get going, a great place to get started, get your feet wet and get your products in there, because you're going to learn so much, and then you're going to be top of your game when you get in there. And then you start on something like drop shipping or wholesale or something like that, just to fill in time. If you're like me, I always talk about, and I show pictures of people sitting on the beach, because I only live half a mile from the beach. And but I'll be honest with you, I haven't been to the beach in gosh darn, I don't know how long. This is not me. I don't know. I just maybe because I'm old and flabby and all that, just don't want to go to the beach. I don't know. So anyway, it doesn't make any difference. But and exactly why am I telling you that? Something about private label. You know. Oh, I know because I talk about. Uh, when we talk about private label and that, I talk about relaxing on the beach and doing your promoting and all that from the beach. And yes, you can. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. And if you're like me, you're kind of addicted to work, you start some of this other stuff, drop shipping, wholesale, retail arbitrage. I don't advise starting with because it is really a lot of work, and you can get a lot more done by wholesale or drop shipping than you can by retail arbitrage. But nevertheless, a lot of the young guys like to go out and do it. Young people, because they like going to stores, they like meeting people, being with people. Retail arbitrage is a great way to make money on Amazon. So don't get me wrong, I'm not putting any of this down. I'm telling you the good things and the bad things as we go along about each one. So don't get me wrong. So, but if private label was your own, what would you do if you had a natural disaster? Would you cry? You see my friend down there, he's crying, throwing a temper tantrum. Or would you go out and get a job? If you suddenly lost, if you private label, if you suddenly lost all your income, what would you do? What would you do? That's what we're asking to you. Cry, throw a temper tantrum, go get a job. Now, see, if you had multiple streams of income, you could, and this is just stuff I added off the top of my head here, you could add over 100 new drop shipping products in a day. Real simple. Real simple. Order more wholesale products to cover the private label loss. You can do that. The thing, you know, you order the wholesale products, and it depends on how many people are on that listing, you know, how fast you're going to sell. So you find some that it's only got one or two that are selling maybe 100 a day. They've only got one or two sellers on that listing, and they're making a fairly good margin. You can find those, believe me. I'm not going to say you're going to go out and you're going to find them in the first hour. It might take a day. It might take a little longer than that to find them, but they're there on Amazon. And the only reason you're not finding it is because you're not really spending time looking for them. And, you know, you're looking for the fast buck. And that's not where it's at. The fast buck is taking the time, finding the listing, finding what listings to go on. If you get a good $50, $60 product that's selling 100 a day, 200 a day, and there's only one or two sellers on that item, oh man, I would be all over that. Just tell you that right now. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, at that price, you're going to be making about 20 bucks a product. And if they're 200, that means you're selling about 70 some a day, you know, at 10 bucks profit. You know, not shabby, guys, not shabby. What can I tell you? So I said, order more wholesale products to cover this we're talking about. Do our online arbitrage till the till the strike is over. And there, you remember I said I didn't say retail arbitrage. I said online arbitrage. You know, you can go to a lot of different websites where they have got deals of the day or different things like that. And if they don't have a thing, check it out. If the deal of the day is for Terry's Blue Widgets, for God's sakes, go onto Amazon, see what Terry's Blue Widgets are selling for. And if you can buy them from that outlet for, say, $6, and they're selling on Amazon for $10, buy what you can, send them right to Amazon, and you're making money, guys. It's that simple. It's that simple. Do online arbitrage till the strike is over. It's just, you got to keep, when you do that, the disadvantage, of course, is you start right over the next day from point zero, but you're making money and you're doing good money, and it's something you can do because you buy them from whoever you think, and you can either have them ship them to yourself, or, you know, like me, I always have my stuff shipped to Amazon, you know. And all the buyers will do it, unless some of those places where they really set up where they offer free shipping and all that, then I'll have them sent to me and I'll send them in. But I prefer not to do that, and try not to do that. You know, that's one of my strongest things, and it really make a big difference. It's one of the criteria I look for when I'm looking for products to do that. I don't want a product to be able to send to me. I want it sent to Amazon, and so I find out those that do. So till the strike is over, you know. And then this one here, it just came up. I don't know if you notice or not, but they're closing 149 Walmart stores here in the United States. Now there's a list of it, and I should have got it and list. I will leave a link on it, and I'll put it in there tomorrow. And let me do that link to the 149 stores where they're at. Let me get this down. Yeah. Link to Walmart stores closing. I will put it down there. So if you live anywhere around there or something else, because they're going to get there's bound to be some good bargains in that, because they're going to start liquidating. When they start liquidating, they're going to start marking it down. And of course, you've always got this thing: the more they mark it down, the more people are waiting on there, and you've got to pick that magic spot and know what those products are, and buy them when the time is. And somebody's going to make a ton of money. I'm going to tell you, with Walmart closing those stores, because they're not going to move them out or anything else. They're probably going to, like most liquidation stores, they hire a liquidation company to come in. They actually the liquidation company buys everything from Walmart. They'll probably pay maybe 5-10 cents on the dollar if they pay that much for the whole store. They go to the store comes in and starts selling it off. They're going to start out at 90% off. The more they get above 5%, the more they make. When you get down to the end, you know, because they've got to do it in so many times. They've got their employees and everything else. So it's a vicious thing. But you can make a lot of money, guys. You can make a lot of money. Not telling you what to do like usual, but just throwing out some ideas. If I was by one of those Walmart stores that are closing, man, you better believe I would find out. I'd go talk to the manager, see how they're going to do it, and all that, and be set. I would be ready. So if you had, okay, so we're going to, I will, like I say, I wrote that down. I will post a link underneath this, the video for tonight's hangout. I will post a link to that list of the Walmart stores. So there's 149, and it's good deal. So all I'm trying to say is, if you had multiple streams of income and you lost your private label, or you lost your wholesale, or you lost anything else, these are all Amazon things, you would worry. You would, I'm sorry, not, man, I can't even read. If you had multiple streams of income, you would, excuse me, you would not worry. You'd thrive, and you do your own happy dance. You know, like that girl on the television about the getting the next one of your newer car, when whoever calls or something like that, she's going to do her happy dance. Well, I like to do a happy dance too. And when you get something and you're making money and you're having fun, and you're enjoying this is the time to do it. This is the place to do it. So if you had moment, you would not worry, thrive, you do your happy dance. And that's all of the PowerPoint tonight. So let's go back over. You want to go on the boat or the beach? Let's go to the boat. Well, let's go to the beach. I kind of like the beach. Well, it's not coming up. We'll try the boat. Let's try the boat. I'm running on here. I think I have told you. We'll go to the beach. There we go. There you go. It's right behind me here. This thing, I told you what, it's been almost a month now, and I apologize. I have just really been busy working a lot with the course, and we've got some great new students that are doing great. Man, I can't wait till they get their products and get them out, because they're going gangbusters. What can I tell you? So with that being said, I don't know if anybody feels like it or what. But we will open this up for discussion. It's right here, the chat, and you're welcome to answer me any questions. It's over here on the right, or on your side. It might be on the left. I never can remember. So, but you can there's a I'll just write a little thing in here. Hello. Oh, ask me, QUE. Here. Okay, put it here and put it in a few minutes. That's me, and it said, hello all, ask me questions here. Just go on there. You can ask me questions. You do anything you want. What can I say? I'm here. That was my presentation. I know it was kind of small, but it's really a bugaboo because one of the things I keep hearing when you go to the Amazon, well, I'm a private labeler. Man, you can't mess with me. I got the goods, you know. And then the next one comes and say, well, heck, I'm doing wholesale. Nobody mess with me. Man, we just get it running. We get it stuff coming in and money coming out the wazoo. And, you know, you hear all that stuff and everything. And like I say, it's true. It's all true. Amazon, there is more multiple streams of income in Amazon than any place I've ever said. I've done you know, I've had restaurants, catering business, and all that, and none of them gave me the lucidity. I guess is that what that is. I don't know if that's not a word or not, but gave me the income and the ability to get like Amazon does. I'm telling you, I'm working on Amazon Mexico right now and Canada, getting set up there. The next part is Europe. I will be in Europe before the end of the year is out, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm having a ball. I learn something every day, you know. And I, like I say, I do my prime thing is private label. Always have, probably always will. But man, I like the wholesale, and I like the drop shipping. Drop shipping is kind of a hoot. The only thing about drop shipping is you've got to stay around your computer. You've got to check your computer a couple times a day, because when the Amazon sends you those ship souls now, you got to go to your drop shipper and put the order in and get it sent out within 2 days, because Amazon will ding you if you don't. And you know, I don't like to get dinged, so like I say, you've got to be somewhere pretty good, but you can do it on your phone, so it's not that possible. So I see nobody's asking me a question. Like I say, you're welcome to answer me a question. I'm not going to talk all night. I'll be honest with you. You know, the last week I've not felt good, and I complained to my wife, and she won't even. I don't know. What can I tell you? I don't know. She has sympathy, I guess, because she asks me about it and all the time. But I haven't felt bad, but I haven't felt good. Just this last week, it was almost like I would just be depressed, and I'm not depressed or anything. I just, I don't know. What can I tell you? So don't worry about it, because I hear it's not transferred through the internet. So don't worry about it. So that's why you see me drinking a lot of water. They say drink a lot of water. I drink that, and like I say, I don't feel bad, just don't feel really good. And but today was a great day. We had a graduation ceremony for my one grandson. It was great. It was in the morning. They had it in the morning and all that. Then we went out to eat for lunch and all that. So I had good lunch, good supper, and everything like that. So what can I tell you? So there's the question and answer, guys. Answer me some questions. If not, in about 5 minutes, if nobody answers me questions, I will kind of sign off. You know, I've done that purely for, because you know what, and we kind of probably need to do, because I've mentioned this 2 or 3 times. The problem is not a lot of people can watch this at 8 o'clock. When I first started 3-4 years ago at 8 o'clock at night, we had a lot of viewers, and I've talked to other guys that do this, and they're doing the same thing with me. There's not that many viewers, because you know why? Because you post, for one thing. I post the this video is live almost a few minutes after it shut off here. It becomes live on thing. You can come and watch it anytime. And I can, as I'm watching, you got to put in, you go in and you put the keywords in, and you put any of the kind of thing. And I'll put a what they call a card, which is a little thing that goes right about up here in this section right here. And it says you click on that, it takes you back to my website, which you know. And so I do all that, and gosh darn it, I'm sorry, I forgot what we're talking about. Why are we? Oh, I know. So what I'm saying, because of that, these webinars, or whatever you call it, they're not being watched very, very many people. They're being watched by a lot of people, don't get me wrong, but they're not being watched when they're going on live. Like I have viewers, but you know, they're not a lot of viewers. Not like within by tomorrow morning there'll probably be close to 100 views. But right now there's not that many viewers on the program, and that's good. And I don't mind that a bit. You know, I do this kind of because you won't, and then sometimes within a week, 2 weeks or something like that, there'll be over 1,000 views. So the program does get seen in that, and I appreciate each and every one of you, whether you're watching it now or you're watching it tomorrow or Saturday or Sunday or over the weekend at your leisure. And that I appreciate it. That if there is a time that you would like for me to, because I'll be honest with you, sometimes at 8 o'clock at night, you know, I don't mind it, but if I could do it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that, I would probably like that better. I think my wife was, because I don't know if you know it, here on each side I've got these great big huge lights that we have to do a good broadcast, and the lights, and I've got the green screen behind me, and all that. And I know my wife would not have to like to put up with that at 8, 9 o'clock at night, because usually the time I get over is after 9. And then the green screen is right here by the hallway, and that, and my wife says she steps on it at night. So I said I'd put a caution sign there for it, but I guess I'd have to have a blinking one because it'd be night. So don't think she'd like that. So anyway, that's my tale of woe. I want to tell you. So if I could go to another time, drop me a line and tell me. It's Terry, you know, terryshire@gmail.com. You can just contact me there and tell me if you'd like to have another time, and if I can accommodate you, I will. With that being said, nobody is asking me any questions or anything like that, so I'm going to probably stop the broadcast, sign up, and I will see you again in next week, next Thursday. I care for you. I appreciate you. Love you. You know, and it's important for me that you survive, not only survive, but you thrive and you make a lot of money. That's what it's all about. So you can spend time with your family, spend time helping your church or whatever. You know, just do the good things in life. So what can I tell you? You see the beach in the back. Like I said, don't go to the beach, but a lot of people like the beach and all that. And so with that being said, I am going to stop the broadcast. Like I say, nobody is answering any question. So rather than just me talk on and on, I'm going to stop the broadcast and say